Hey. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna play some StarCraft, and I'd like you to watch how I play against PC, because what I want is you people who are really good at the game to show me like the ultimate defense to the ultimate offense. So if you're gonna go mass Zerg Rush, how would you turtle yourself up so good that you're an impenetrable barrier? Alright, like for example, watch this game. I'll speed up for you now. Everyone. Or we'll just turn this all back. And we'll speed up times 4 and we'll play. So this is a 40-minute game on medium. Right, that I did. And so I was playing heavily defensively. Right? As you gotta see the stats. Watch this. None resources. These are the resources. Now, I'm ultimately, what was I even doing in this game? Oh yeah, I did my defenses. Right, so I did my wall off. I like using a forge because it has more HP than a barracks. It has like 850 versus... Oh, barracks is better. Why would I use a forge then? That was a stupid idea. Why would I use a forge? It only has like... How much armor does it have? Oh my god, this has 1000 HP? I didn't know that. Terrible. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Don't follow the strategy. No, I'm just kidding. It's a good strategy. At least against the PC. Turtle. 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 Watch how I end this game. It's so hilarious. You go full turtle until mid game, and then you just go all Thors. I almost gave up on this, but I had so much investment that I decided I was going to try and fight it off. Because I invested so much time in it, I was like, you know what, I can quit, and all that work will be for nothing. Or I can try and defeat this early cheese by the computer. Okay, this is where I start my defenses, okay? This is where I start my defenses. You'll notice that I'm using bunkers and I get the bunker upgrades. And it was actually, I actually didn't discover for quite some time that you can use stim packs while you're in the bunker, which is totally awesome. So like when they come with their ultralisks, right, and they come with their huge wave of guys, and you got your SCVs repairing your bunkers, even if they blow up your bunker, right? Watch this, watch. They got annihilated. And another thing I noticed is that you can shift click all your bunkers and target fire the entire bunker. Like you can target fire with all your bunkers on single targets. So like if you got like 4 bunkers, right, and they're all selected, you can insta-gib roaches, you can insta-gib hydralisks, you can insta-gib mutualisks, you can also kinda insta-gib ultralisks, which is awesome because you're target firing them down with like, okay, so look. Each one of these bunkers holds 6 Marines, right? So now each one of these Marines, well, he has level 1 defense. He has stim pack. Watch. Annihilated. Units lost. Watch this. Watch. Units lost. Units. Watch this. Watch. Where's the other base? Over here. Where's his base? Oh man. watch this base get. Oh shit! There's my Thors. And then they all come over here and get annihilated. I don't understand. I don't understand. And I just came in with my Thors and cleaned them up. Basically, I just turtled until I could come up with Thors. Like, look at my base. By the 20-minute mark, if I can turtle for 20 minutes, I can do a lot of damage. This is my death ball. Look, I'm owning these guys. And these guys have +1 vehicle plating, +2 Punisher cannons, and +2 Thor's hammer, so they're really powerful. And then the Marines, if there's any Marines left, are probably +3. These have +3 weapons and +1 defenses. I think my death ball is going into effect. Then my death ball comes over for cleanup duty, because that's pretty much what Mass Thors is, cleanup duty. Yeah, I just have to do YouTube videos for videos that I win. Cool. Yeah, see how powerful Mass Thors are? Like, they can't even stand against me. Like, there's nothing they can do. They are so screwed in so many ways, because, like, look at their armies just get destroyed. Everything gets melted. Even buildings don't last that long. Like, seriously, I know it's sped up, but even in game, those buildings never lasted that long. Watch, I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shots to take out that building. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, everything just dies instantly. Instantly. And that's because, like, they have this battle mode. There's the explosive payload, and then there's their other one, the hammer mode or whatever. And they deal, like, so much damage. Like, there's no point in even switching between the two. Like, it's one or the other with the Thors. And even with 2 Thors, they couldn't stop me. It was awesome. They couldn't stop me. Thor eventually dies. But I did so much damage to his economy. And then check this out. Units lost. Look, this guy's lost 36 resources lost. 36,000 resources lost, and I've only lost 11,000. Isn't that insane? And then active APM, like my APM is 33. My current APM is what? Well, the computer. Look at how low my APM is. My APM is so low compared to the PCs, and that just proves that tactics trump everything APM related. Like, if you got tactics, a lower rated APM is still going to do just as good as a high rated APM. It's just, if you have high rated APM, I think the way the human brain works, you either have high APM, and because, like, here's the thing, your brain is a lot like a PC, and your brain is like all the central processing units. So if you're processing high APM, you're not going to be as good or fluent processing strategy at the same time. You're just going to be like, it's not the same. But if you play a lot of chess and a lot of tactics and a lot of other strategy games, then tactics win over APM every single time. The only downside is my tactics need work, practice, and memory. Oh, I missed that base. I wish I followed that base. I could have finished him off. Totally could have finished him off. So let's go see what's up my base. Basically, this is just cleanup duty now. It's all cleanup duty. I'm just trying to finish cleaning up this guy. Another death ball, please. How many Thors do I? He has like nothing offensive. That's hilarious. Yeah, so I got 10 Marines. Oh, I went in with Marines and cleaned everything up. It's like there was no point in even wearing it anymore. And then it was cleanup duty. The Thors did all the heavy damage, and then the Marines came in and sweeped up the place a little bit. The clean sweep team. It was a 49-minute game. It was quite fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Oh yeah, I think I lost this game. I mean, look at that death ball. Holy shit, eh? God darn it. I am like reckoning. And it's all because I turtled and then I went in with the Thors and totally kicked his ass. By the time I was done turtling, all my units were fully upgraded. Victorious. Look at that. Clean that guy right out. It was on medium difficulty, but the thing is like, it works on harder difficulty and it works on the hardest difficulty. The problem is that if you're playing on the hardest difficulty, you'll find that as long as you're against the Zerg, turtling is like so easy to do, but you'll find against the Protoss or other Terran that turtling is very hard to do. Because they got like nukes, they got carriers, they got war prisms and shit like that. Like, it's crazy. But turtling is, I want to see more turtle strategies against the Zerg. You know, transitioning from defensive to offensive. Or transitioning from offensive to defensive. And basically, you know, like the whole trick is to use less APM. Like, okay, how about this? I challenge any YouTuber to subscribe to my channel, right? After leaving a comment and to post a video of them playing defensively again for 10 minutes, right? For 8 to 10 minutes playing defensively, you know, with like bunkers, tanks, lots of upgrades, all the basic upgrades, Thors, maybe some ghosts for the EMPs, and ghost snipers. Ghost snipers are awesome. I saw these ghost sniper match with Thermal one time, and I was like, oh man. Basically, I'm just challenging you. Play on the hardest difficulty. Verse as many AI as you like, and verse any kind of AI you like, and transition from defensive at 10-minute mark to offensive and just wipe the floor with them. Like, send in your heavies to clean up their armies and clean up their units, and then send in your infantry or whatever just to clean up what's left until it's done. And play against the AI. I don't care about personal matches because there's too many cheeses out there. But if you can play defensively against cheese, that's even better. Show me a live match. But I want you to play the game, play defensively, and play defensively like a genius. Like, play defensively like you think outside the box. You know the mechanics of this game so well that you can turtle your base, and one, your APM is supposed to be 30 to like less than 100. Your APM has to be less than 100, and you have to be your average APM has to be less than 100, right? And you have to think about your strategy a lot more, your tactics, your defenses, your offenses, everything. You're not in a rush. You're taking your time. You're playing defensively, right? And your goal is to make the enemy lose, like, many, many, many more times minerals than you, many, many, many more times units than you, and then you just go in and clean them up. That's the point. Now, there is one guy who did this, and his name is Euthermal, and his version of this was verse 7 AI or 10 or 12 AI, and it was a Zerg map, and he had to beat them all in the hardest difficulty by himself. It was insane. It was so cool. But I'd like to see more of that, like more hard AI versus AI or defensive tactics versus offensive tactics. We all know the offensive tactics, so I'm tired of that. I want to see defensive tactics, like ultimate defensive tactics, the ultimate turtle strategy for anyone, mostly for Terran.